everybody, this is Kevin Richards from RockTheStageNYC.com. Here in beautiful New York City. I'm here in my familiar hallway because another room is being cleared out to be painted. So, what I wanted to give you guys is sort of part two or a redux of a very early video of mine called Head Voice Octaves. I kind of want to give a little more explanation about what's going on in this exercise and what you should be thinking about and listening for as you do these exercises. And this is a very simple exercise. By simple, I mean it's easy for the vocal cords to do this, but it's not always easy to do because there's a couple of things that have to go on here that you kind of have to keep in control for this to work properly. It's a simple exercise, but it's not easy to do. So, what's going to happen here is we're going to take a bottom note, a very nice, comfortable chest bottom note, and slide it up an octave and try to keep that nice full closed chord closure of the bottom as we stretch the vocal cords out to go to the top note. Now, give you a little background on your vocal cords. Their very first function is to close and try to resist against or press against the air that you're breathing out. By doing so, they create a sound like this. Now we create language out of that sound by manipulating our mouth and our tongue and our lips. Very early man sort of just kind of grunted at each other. He didn't know yet that he could manipulate his mouth and make sound. Now, that pressing of the vocal cords together to make that sound is a very natural function for the vocal cords to do. So, since we don't have to grip or constrict or try to press our vocal cords together when we speak, we shouldn't have to do it when we sing. Now we kind of can demonstrate this by using these octave slides. Now we're going to use the vowel sound A as in rate, because I think it's a nice neutral sort of almost low larynxing sound. It's not ah. Ah is a high larynx sound, and for you guys that might have trouble with your larynx shooting up under your neck, kind of want to give you a more neutral bottomy type of sound to keep your larynx sort of a little bit lower. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a nice comfortable bottom note and slide it up an octave, maintaining that nice, easy, comfortable, relaxed feeling that we get at the bottom note as we go up to the high note. Now what's important here to know is that since your vocal cords make sound based on how much breath or air that you push through them, how much air you push through them determines the tone quality and the solidness or the fullness or the core of your sound. And what a lot of people do is they start to associate pitch with volume. They think that you have to get louder as you go higher. You want to think of the voice as a horizontal plane. It's the horizon. Whereas the note back over here is one volume, and the note all the way over there, which is higher, is the same volume. They don't get louder. You don't think of the voice this way. As you go up in pitch, you have to get louder and louder and louder and louder. What you do is you run into a wall where you really just can't sing any louder. And you can't go any higher, and you end up shouting! So, what we want to do is keep the voice controlled. Keep the volume consistent. And by that, we're also keeping how much air we're breathing out consistent. Now, this nice little gentle slide, we want to think of that nice relaxed feeling at the bottom, maintaining that nice relaxed feeling as we go to the top note. Now, for females, you'll obviously do this an octave higher. Right? So guys, here we go. And we're going to go up in half steps. And I'll stop along the way and explain a couple of things. Follow along with me if you can. And we're going to start to get into mixed voice here, where people can start to shout, or their voice just basically stops. It's because you're trying to press your vocal cords together. You're trying to do this, do something for them that they do naturally. You don't have to help them out. Get out of their way. Let them do it all by themselves. The only thing you have to worry about is pushing an equal amount of air between the bottom note and the top note. Maintaining that sort of intensity of the bottom note as you go to the top note. If it's nice and relaxed at the bottom, it should be nice and relaxed at the top. people here, you might be getting this effect. That is a result of not enough air going through the chords to maintain that nice relaxed closure. You're letting go of your breath support, or it's not consistent. It's not a consistent should be one even breath out. Now if you're relaxed, you think you have to relax your breath support and all of that. The only thing you don't want to relax the breath support. In classical or bel canto teaching, there's a term called appoggio, which means proper breath support keeps the vocal cords closed, and you virtually eliminate all register breaks. Kind of want to use that here. The amount of air that you're pushing through at the bottom, you have to keep that amount of air as you stretch the vocal cords all the way to the top. You don't have to press or constrict them to make that upper sound. The voice will do it by itself because you're blowing air through them. As we get into head voice here, you notice that my voice is going to start to sound like it's thinning out and it's getting a little brighter. Now what I'm doing at the top there is I'm adding a little bit of that type of sound. But I'm doing just a little bit. That was a little over the top there, but I'm going to use just a little bit of it. That's called pharyngeal sound. Now the pharyngeal, that pharyngeal sound helps the voice thin out as we go to those topper notes, and it makes those top notes bright and resonant, so they don't sound muffly or covered as we get to the top. As you can notice, as I'm going to these top notes, I'm not getting louder. The volume is staying pretty much consistent because my airflow is consistent. I'm not pushing a lot of air for that top note. Now, try to go back and try to sing along with me and maintain that sort of relaxed, open feeling as you get to those top notes. There's no reason for constriction or that means you're physically trying to push your vocal cords together. You don't have to do that. They do it all by themselves quite nicely. Just maintain the right amount of breath support and your vocal breaks go away. Till next time, this is Kevin Richards from rockthestagenyc.com. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and hop on over to my website where you can check out, if you want to come in, if you live near New York City, you can come in for private lessons with me. I also give lessons via Skype to anyone, anywhere in the world. Also check out Breaking the Chains, the Ultimate Rock Singer's Vocal Course, available for purchase right now. You can purchase the physical CD version, or if you live in somewhere like Outer Mongolia, you can purchase the download version. Till next time, this is Kevin Richards. See you.